am Deepa. Welcome to my class. Today we are going to study about alpha decay. Alpha emission is a Coulomb repulsion effect. The disruptive Coulomb force increases with the size of the nuclei. Therefore, alpha decay is very relevant in the case of heavy nuclei. Alpha particles are very stable and have tightly bound structure. Choosing alpha particle as agents for the spontaneous energy carriers, it is possible to release a large amount of kinetic energy. The spontaneous emission of an alpha particle can be represented by the following process. Here is the process, and here we can say that alpha particle is similar as helium nuclei with 2 neutrons and 2 protons. To understand the decay process, we must study the conservation of energy, linear momentum and angular momentum. Conservation of energy in alpha decay process. We assume the initial decaying nucleus X to be at rest. Then the energy of the initial system is just the rest energy of X, that is mx c square. The final state consists of X dash, that is the daughter nuclei, and alpha particle. Final state particle will be in motion. Thus, the final total energy is mx dash c square plus tx dash plus m alpha c square plus t alpha. Here, T represents the kinetic energy of the final particles, and mx dash c square represents the rest mass energy of daughter nucleus. M alpha c square represents rest mass energy of alpha particle. Thus, conservation of energy gives mx c square is equal to mx dash c square plus tx dash plus m alpha c square plus t alpha. This is equation number 1. Rearranging equation number 1. Then we will get mx minus mx dash minus m alpha into c square is equal to tx dash plus t alpha. This is equation number 2. The quantity on the left side of equation 2 is the net energy release in a process. It is called as Q value. That is, Q is equal to mx minus mx dash minus m alpha into c square. This is equation number 3. The decay will occur spontaneously only if Q is greater than 0. When masses are in atomic mass unit, that is in U, expressing c square as 931.502 mega electron volt per U gives Q values directly in mega electron volt. The Q value is also equal to total kinetic energy given to the decay fragments, that is Q is equal to Tx dash plus T alpha. This is equation number 4. If the original nucleus X is at rest, then its linear momentum is 0, and conservation of linear momentum then requires that X dash and alpha move with equal and opposite momenta in order that the final momentum also be 0. That is, P alpha is equal to Px dash. This is equation number 5. Alpha decays typically release about 5 mega electron volt of energy. Thus, for both X dash and alpha, T is very less than mc square, and we may safely use non-relativistic kinematics. Writing T is equal to P square divided by 2m and using equation 4 and 5 gives the kinetic energy of alpha particle in terms of Q value, that is T alpha is equal to Q divided by 1 plus m alpha divided by mx dash. This expression will obtain from the steps as follow. That is, from equation 4 we know that Q is equal to Tx dash plus T alpha. That is Px dash square divided by 2mx dash plus P alpha square divided by 2m alpha. From equation 5, P alpha is equal to Px dash. Then Q will be P alpha square divided by 2mx dash plus P alpha square divided by 2m alpha. That is, here P alpha replaces Px dash. The next step is m alpha P alpha square plus mx dash P alpha square divided by 2mx dash m alpha. Take P alpha square outside. Then P alpha square into m alpha plus mx dash divided by 2mx dash m alpha. Then the next step will be Q into 2mx dash m alpha divided by m alpha plus mx dash is equal to P alpha square. Here P alpha square can also be write as T alpha into 2m alpha. Then rearrange these steps. Here 2 into m alpha will cancel because there are 2m alpha on both sides. The next step will be Q divided by mx dash plus m alpha divided by mx dash is equal to T alpha. These are the same steps, just rearrange these two terms. It can be write as Q divided by 1 plus m alpha divided by mx dash is equal to T alpha. That is, T alpha is equal to Q divided by 1 plus m alpha by mx dash. Here the ratio m alpha divided by mx dash carries the expression 4 divided by a minus 4. Substitute the expression 4 divided by a minus 4 in the place of n alpha divided by mx dash. Then T alpha will become Q divided by 1 plus 4 divided by a minus 4. We can work out the denominator separately like this. That is, 1 plus 4 divided by a minus 4 is equal to a minus 4 plus 4 divided by a minus 4. That is, a divided by a minus 4. Then substitute this as the denominator of T alpha. That is, T alpha is equal to Q divided by a minus 4. Rearrange this. Then we get Q into a minus 4 divided by a. That is, Q into 1 minus 4 by a. T alpha is equal to Q into 1 minus 4 by a gives the alpha particle energy. That is, alpha particle carries about 98% of Q value with much heavier nuclear fragment X dash, which is carrying only about 2% of Q value. Kinetic energy of alpha particle can be measured directly with a magnetic spectrometer, and so the Q value can be determined. This gives us a way to determine atomic masses. Since X is long-lived, we might know the mass of X, but X dash is so short-lived that its mass cannot be determined by direct measurement. Thus, today we discussed about alpha decay and Q value of alpha decay or energetics of alpha decay.